That was your little speech there, bud. Hi, Cassian. Hey, anyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Abhi on Camera, where today we're watching the real finale of Andor, Rogue One, a Star Wars story. I quite literally just finished the last episode of Andor, and there was no way that I wasn't going to go directly into Rogue One after this. I mean, Andor himself is heading directly into Rogue One too, so I have to. Yes, I've seen Rogue One before. In fact, it's my favorite Star Wars movie, since it blends the amazing writing of, the Andor series, right? These guys have done some amazing writing even all the way back then, as well as a more modern, updated take on the original trilogy's aesthetic, and as well as bringing in some Star Wars shit. Vader's hallway scene is amazing, but I'll talk about it all during the reaction. First things first, though, I have to thank my amazing members. My dad, 6645, FSA 4456, ES, JP Frankums Replant, 707 Baby, Uzgur Kalkan, Adam Laszlo, and Iconic World Order. Thank you guys so much for supporting me and the channel. I really do appreciate you. If you want to watch my full unedited reaction to this movie or other movies and TV shows that I watch, you can become a member of the channel by hitting the join button below. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you want to see more of my content, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And if you don't want to do any of that, let's just get into the movie already. I've seen Rogue One plenty of times before, but I'm still excited to watch this a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Anyone notice that they put Andor's face in the front of the poster instead of Jin's face? I will always remember the first time I watched Rogue One. It's so special to me, mainly because the first time I watched Rogue One was on a cruise. Love this first scene too, right? It makes us think it's a spaceship, but actually it's the rings of a planet. I was on a Disney cruise, and I really thought, oh man, I won't be able to see Rogue One in theaters because I'm here on this cruise. I'm gonna have to wait until it's done to go watch it. And then they're like, oh yeah, we're playing the movie in a movie theater on the cruise. And I'm like, what? Just beautiful. Just beautiful. Look at this shit. It's amazing. Modern CGI with original trilogy grime. Hello, Mads Mikkelsen. You always gotta be a little sad that Mads Mikkelsen is in the smaller roles in these franchises, right? He's Galen Erso. He's I can't remember, but that one bad guy from this Doctor Strange movie. He's like, he has the acting chops to be a much larger character, but he isn't. I always wonder if Mads Mikkelsen himself is prefers smaller roles to say, hey, I've been in these franchises, but he specifically doesn't want a longer role that he has to keep coming back to. Still kind of dark that you give your daughter's nickname as the nickname of a super weapon. The Death Troopers too. Oh man, let's take Stormtroopers, turn them black, and again, bringing modern coolness sensibilities to the old stuff. I can say I enjoy the original trilogy all I want, but that won't change the fact that I'm a 2000 kid who definitely thinks that stuff looks dated.
Trust the Force.
Right? Some of the stuff in it only looks cool because Star Wars tells me it's cool. Their encrypted voice chat is just so unnecessary.
What is it?
Oh, why are you here?
Troublesome as ever.
Shoot him! Shoot him!
Taking you all.
Just shoot Krennic and so much shit is solved. Shoot Krennic! Shoot Krennic! Or shoot your husband. It's much darker, but same difference.
You will never win.
Do it.
Damn you! Should've shot first!
Find it!
Find it! Find it! Not her! Or them, just it. The Stormtrooper doll is a little bit odd. Hey, we're on the run from the Empire. We're hiding from the... Oh, cool kid, here's a Stormtrooper doll. Saw Gerrera is one of the reasons why this movie is my favorite. Rogue One! Because, yes, it's this gritty, it's all the things I've already said before, but Saw Gerrera, until this point, an animated show like the Clone Wars, no one mentioned it. It was like it didn't exist in the main Star Wars movies. So, to then have Saw Gerrera show up, Not just a big character like Ahsoka or something, but like a deep cut character from only like 2 or 3 episodes of Clone Wars. Plucking him deep out of there and bringing him in. Like, that's crazy. And if they didn't just pluck his name out of nowhere, right? There are interviews about them like talking about Saw Gerrera's, what he was doing in those first few episodes. And watching those episodes, and it's amazing. But as someone who grew up on Clone Wars, the hype, Ring of Kafrene, yeah, that's where Andor was going. The hype of that, right? The hype of getting a Clone Wars reference was insane. This jacket looks a little bit more beaten up than it did in episode 12, but I'm just being nitpicky.
Look, I have to go. What kind of weapon?
That's the thing. Andor didn't know. Andor just knew that they were making a weapon.
Old friend of Saul.
Galen Erso.
Was it?
Yeah, and he knew about the name.
We left.
They're not wearing gloves. Jeez. This is weird. Even immediately coming off of Andor, feels more out of character, right? Because in the recent episodes, we haven't seen Cassian be so, like, casual with life. Yes, 6 or 7 episodes ago, near the beginning of season 2, we saw him grappling with, oh, we had to kill that young Imperial soldier who didn't know anything. Massive statues are cool, right? And he was trying to justify that to himself as well, right? That's the last time we saw him think about killing a more innocent person, and then just like, bam! Oh shoot! Sorry, informant guy, you can't escape. You're dead. It's a little weird. Right? To make him such a pure good guy, he doesn't have that ruthlessness. Luthen has that ruthlessness, but not Cassian. Also love that somebody's wearing a scout trooper helmet like Ezra. Wasn't there theories that it's like, oh, that's Ezra? Vobani. A clone turbo tank too. I mean, sure, it's an Imperial turbo tank here, but same thing. Hi, Jin. It is very odd to switch back to you as the main character for this movie after 24 episodes with Andor.
I don't know. Must be another pickup.
No, well, it is picking up, but someone's picking it up from you. Nobody gives a shit about you. Hey, Jin, stop. Jin, this is kind of rude. And... Oh, that is so painful.
Congratulations. You are being rescued. Please do not resist.
It's so weird to see him come back in less than like 10 minutes of movie time. After like that triumphant leaving in the end of the last episode. Not to mention the cameos. Eventually, when we get to that part, that too.
You're currently calling it.
The fact that they were not only referencing the Clone Wars, but Rebels, which is my favorite Star Wars media. So it's like, I love it. I'm on.
What is this?
She looks so different.
Saw Gerrera saved my life. He raised me, but I've no idea where he is. I haven't seen
It's a
him.
miracle you turned out so well with Saw Gerrera raising you.
What we need is someone who gets us.
He's been fighting on his own since he broke with the rebellion.
Since he broke with the rebellion. That line is not true. He was never part of your rebellion.
We have no choice now. But
Even Rebels went so far as to make that line
What
not
does this have
true.
to do with my father?
He had nothing to do with this. The real Bail Organa.
we'll make sure you go.
It's the theme music coming when Bail Organa shows back up. It's good. It is very nice to have that little rousing bit of theme, especially with like the original actor coming back. Pause. Battery's dead. There's the ghost. Yeah. I really thought they would have stuck the ghost into the background of Andor, but I guess the airfield size is only the size of the budget you have. I mean, imagine this airfield. No, you don't have to imagine. Go watch how Yavin looks in Rebels. That is dead empty because they don't have the budget to do half of all this extras and background shit.
What do I know?
What do you know? Like, the other thing about Andor acquiring you so recently is that you are not as much of his partner as this movie made you seem. Also, Cassian's like, kill him, then and there. It's like, Cassian, just yesterday you weren't listening to his orders. Now you are?
And K2.
Charming.
Why does she get a blaster and I don't?
You drop your blaster, K2. You were holding one, and you dropped it.
That's what I'm afraid of.
It's a war zone.
Everywhere is a war zone.
I find that answer vague and unconvincing.
She stole it, right? I think her blaster showed up a few episodes ago in Andor. It was like on a table or something. God, you've been forked up, so. You should have stopped huffing Rido a long time ago, buddy. Man, I remember when I first saw this, I didn't comprehend. Like, okay, sure, you brought up this old character, right? As grateful as I was for them to pluck this character out of Clone Wars, I had no clue. I couldn't comprehend how they turned that guy into this guy. And I was like, huh. But it's been the most amazing part of his character showing up time and time again in Bad Batch, in Rebels, in Andor, to see what turned him into this guy. The loss of his sister was the beginning of a very, very dark path, only dragged down further by his stupid addiction to huffing gas. Now I gotta wonder, is he huffing air here? Because you know he can't breathe? Or is he huffing Rido because he's that addicted? And not to mention, this paranoia is really helped along by Luthen. The second Luthen called Pipes a spy, it's like, well, Saw was even more forked. Star Destroyer pulling out a light, and then there it is! The dish finally being loaded into place.
After so many setbacks and delays, and now this.
The stupidity of the fact that, first though, Digi-Tarkin.
Talkative cargo pilot.
Weird decision. I like seeing him, but I do prefer modern day Star Wars to just go the recast route. Just recast them. I know you did this here with Leia in the end of the movie, with Luke going from Luke in a few episodes, but like just recast it.
Failure will find you explaining why to a far less patient audience.
I will not fail.
Who cares about you? There are millions of people who are working on this shit. Any one of them could fail and you're dead. Years and years and years of working on this stupid giant ball, and it gets destroyed within a couple days of this thing being loaded into place. I love the environment here, and I love the fact that we get to come back here in one of the Jedi video games. And you see, that's the one thing about the High Republic period. I'd love to come back to a world where the Jedi are so powerful and so proliferate that we can see Jedha for what it is actually supposed to be. As cool as Destroyed Jedha is, I want to see it in its prime.
I can blend in. I'm an Imperial droid.
With two randos?
Doesn't sound so bad to me.
Oh man, the performance for K2 is so perfect and on point. But like, that's just, I can't remember his name, but you know, that's just him. He's just that good. The mind-reading tentacle monster, though, is just whack as hell.
No lie. Borgullet will know the truth.
Is Borgullet its name or its species name? Just this shock of like coming to this after watching what, The Force Awakens? Oh, go shut up and go. You should stay here and die. I think I read somewhere that his random backstory is that he's the surgeon who like cuts people. If you don't know if you remember from the Solo movie, there was those servants who like only had half a head and then like a droid thing here. He's the one who makes those.
His sister will be looking for him.
And like if that's really the case, God couldn't Obi-Wan have cut his head off instead of his arm?
Rebellions are built on hope.
Yep, that's what she told him. He told him. I can't remember who told him. Damn it. Hey, Star Wars Daredevil, how you doing? Where are you at? I can hear your voice, but I can't hear you. See you. I like him, especially in coming back to this after Sabine is barely a Jedi. In that it shows something that I do like. It's not just you are Force sensitive or you aren't. It's a gradient, right? If we want to bring in the horrible midichlorians, there are people who just have who they'll have midichlorians, but their count is too few to do any Jedi shit, right? There are normal people. There are people like, I don't know, Han Solo, pilots and stuff with this amazing gut instinct. That could be the little bit of Force they have. This guy, he's able to use the Force enough that he doesn't need to see. Or he doesn't have enough Force to push shit around. And then you have Sabine, who is on the line. And with a push, she can become a Jedi. A weak one, but a Jedi. I shouldn't talk about that. Everyone hates Dave Filoni and his shit now, so. I've seen the stupid shit online. Oh no, the real Star Wars is just Andor Season 1, 2, and Rogue One. That's some dumb shit. I'm gonna be honest, this hover tank thing might be the dumbest vehicle in the movie, though. It's so low to the ground. Oh, that guy, the one who's driving the tank, that's the helmet they cut out for that ISB tactical pilot. And you shouldn't have done that, because now SAWS people are suspicious of you. It's one thing when you're shooting at us, but now you shoot at the Imperials. Would you shoot at us? Doomed. Did you just shoot him in the crotch? I feel like I've never noticed that before. He said this way for a reason. Hit two, please. Did you help? Thank you. Gotta love how for this one joke, K2 droids can be one-shotted. But that never happens ever again. Not to mention the Jedi video games where they're able to take several lightsaber strikes.
And you're in trouble.
And you were correct.
There are a lot of explosions for two people blending in.
You ran into the dumbest place possible.
Taking them to imprison them in prison.
Spectacular job, K2. I love the behind the scenes of that bit, right? Where they had to they made it up on the spot because they had to rewrite something. And then the real reason he was covering his face was because he was laughing. Oh, just the amazing flex. Hey, here's a Force character, not a Jedi per se, not a space wizard, but someone who's badass enough to do this. You almost shot me.
You almost shot me.
You're welcome.
The Force did protect me.
You gotta wonder if he could have gotten proper training in a normal time. Could he have been made a Jedi? But also, these two were called the Guardians of the Wills, right? That one word is all that remains of George Lucas's original sequel trilogy. Well, one of his ideas for the true sequel trilogy.
Because I'm the daughter.
Ah, shit. They're leaving. What is it? What are the rebels called it? Imperial of Action, Imperial Order, something, something, something. All troops immediately evacuate. Got a movie's budget, a lot more aliens. Do you wonder what Andor would have been like if they went full force into adding more aliens into it?
I'm beginning to think the Force and I have different priorities.
The Force is just slow.
This is a first for me.
No, it really isn't.
There is more than one.
Must be quite
I wonder
a surprise.
if any other media is gonna give us an answer on how he lost his legs.
You were the daughter of an Imperial.
I'm gonna be honest. I really thought this was bullshit
Figure that out.
when I first heard it.
People who wanted to.
Right? Like, oh, you abandoned her, blah, blah, blah. That was a really stupid decision. Now, after all the extra information they've given me about him, Jin, you were so better off without this guy. Otherwise, you'd be sitting here, huffing Rido, and dying.
It's a trap. It's a trap. Isn't it? All of
He's been so used to everything going wrong, being so on edge, so much, right?
Did you come here?
And he's so used to that, that the idea of things actually going well,
There's not much of
he can't even comprehend it.
The Alliance wants my phone. It's not a problem if you don't look up.
You say that,
something to show you.
but you still went to save that child, didn't you? That's the thing, right? He's like, you can stand to see the Imperial. This shot right here of Jedha and the Death Star, that's literally the Andor opening. The title, right? Also, so weird to see the Death Star just upside down for this shot.
What's wrong with him?
You tell me, Mister. The Force is with me, and I'm one of the Force.
When I was
Such good acting, right? To see her father after all these years,
soon enough, Krennic would have
her face, the hard face that she's trying to put on, just breaks down.
were either decimal. And all the while, I laid the groundwork for my revenge.
A puny ass, tiny little hole that'll blow the entire thing up.
And the days come. I've placed a weakness deep within the system. A flaw so small and powerful they will never find it.
It's like it's got a self-destruct button.
Oh, just this shadow being cast as the Death Star causes an artificial eclipse. It's too cool. Please, grab it and go. Grab it and go. No. Be sad later. Little bit faster. Shit's forked. Come on, Saw. Get her out of here now. If only I could change time. The rebellion would be so much better if they got the stupid hologram. But no, we have to leave it behind. But also, to see the Death Star strike from on planet, it's crazy. The simple fact of the matter is that being an old movie, the Death Star's destroying of planets is just, oh look, this entire planet just turns into a poof of flame. And that's, hey, it's a cool practical effect, but it's also nowhere near realistic. A little bit faster there, boys.
Go with him, Jim.
Take the hologram, you idiot.
Let's go.
Come with us.
Bro is he can't even run. Look at his legs.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It is. In a tragically horrible way, it is beautiful. It's incomprehensible destruction. Just the way that everything just hangs up because there's just that much insurmountable force. It's so weird to have known a character's beginning and his ending for so long, and to the real journey being finding out the middle. Still, even when he's this old, I don't forgive him for killing Tech. And the explosion, so powerful, it has launched itself out of the gravitational pull into space, and things are still on fire in space. Or at least glowing hot. The little general milling of, wow, cool.
I owe you an apology. Director Crenchus has been rewarded with a weapon that will bring a swift end to the rebellion.
Krennic walked around in Andor, flexing, and here, he's nothing. Among the ISB, Krennic is just so threatening. He walks around with the cape, and he's got so much swagger and power. And then here on the deck with Tarkin, his white costume and the cape suddenly looks dumb. Like a wannabe who's too big for his britches.
We have to kill Galen Erso while we have the chance.
Oh, dumb fork. Draven, though, he looks exactly the same. The makeup department and his aging, perfect. Keep to the orders, Cassian.
Tell me.
Like he does that.
All of it? Tell me.
All of it.
The Guardians of Jedha City, and it all went down.
Understood.
All gone.
Guess it was too late.
It's not too late yet.
It was. I've seen it.
Why did you say? What took you so long to say that?
But they have no idea.
You have that message, right?
You pulled her away, you idiot.
I'm not the one you gotta convince.
He knows that firsthand. Unfortunately, the Rebel Alliance won't do anything about you.
He's placed a weakness there. He's been hiding it for years. He said, if you can blow the reactor, the module, the whole system goes down.
One proton torpedo in that small exhaust port, and the whole thing goes blammo.
Then we'll find him and bring him back, and he can tell them himself.
Unfortunately, Cassian's not going to do that either. I do think that with a longer Andor, we could have seen him still doing this kind of darker, dirtier missions to create a better transition into this, because he's such a good-hearted hero coming off of Andor that him being the dark saboteurs, spies, it comes out a little It's like, I can believe he's been doing it for years, but you know what I mean. There it is. Damn it. They crashed. It's also interesting that they chose to make Luthen such a major character, and Draven is just this new guy who shows up in the last few episodes in comparison.
All I want to do right now is get a handle on what we're up against.
And kill your target.
Let's get out of here.
But he knows he's lying. They're conflicted about killing Galen, though. That's up our alley.
His weapon was in the sniper configuration.
Thank you, K2. And that doesn't really help Andor. It just looks so much better than A New Hope. I'm not gonna lie to you. To my modern sensibilities, that looks so much better. It's your choice, not mine.
I don't need love. I have you.
Just the brotherly relationship between them. Jesus, that's a lot of... I always forget how long that ladder is. Like, I cannot imagine climbing 10 stories of ladder.
You see it?
It's raining too. Of course, this is much easier than Skeleton Crew, when those children climbed up the massive cliff on what? Those random horizontal beams of metal?
To the rebel.
Galen, just sit there and do nothing.
Traitor, step forward.
I mean, you might get shot here, I don't know, man.
It was me. It was me.
You already knew that. You just knew this was the best way to bait you out. Shoot Krennic. It's useless now, but shoot him. Might have been better for you to not do anything, Galen. She was right there, on the platform with him. 15 years, her father is 10 feet away, and...
Cassian, can you hear me?
The last reminder of the Jedi.
It's not the last reminder of the Jedi, there's plenty of them.
You'll never...
Get the squadron leader on. Get him on now. They're already engaged, so...
Doesn't matter. Get him on now.
Get our fighters in the air now.
Why weren't there some already in the air? What happened to your patrol squadrons? It's just so sad. Right there. I've always loved the drop deployment of the TIEs. The loss of these X-Wings is the only reason Luke is able to fly. Here, and on Scarif, one more flex. Bro's got a giant bow-like gun, and he's able to shoot down a TIE in one shot. It's almost like adding insult to injury. This is better than nothing.
So much to tell me.
This right here is the first sign of what the movie's to be. Everyone is dying. Well, no, the second sign. I'm sorry, I forgot. Saw was on Jedha. Like, just one death, two death. This movie, the first time I was watching this, I didn't realize everyone was gonna die. But, like, the fact that so many people were dying was in itself a shock. Like, what? It's a good thing you stole this thing. Imagine if you hadn't. Scarif would have been so much harder. Scarif would have been impossible. And again, you could have stolen an irregular Imperial shuttle. Those things are remarkably easy to come by.
You went up there to kill my father.
You're in shock and looking for some place to put it.
You're not wrong, Cassian, but she isn't wrong either.
They know.
I had orders. Orders that I disobeyed.
You disobey those all the time.
Orders?
You don't understand that either.
When you know they're wrong.
You might as well be a stormtrooper.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Some of us live it. Mm-hmm. I've been in this fight since I was 6 years old.
Not so much. I do wonder what the story would have been like if he actually had been in the fight since 6 years old.
You can't talk your way around this.
Go shut up.
I don't have to.
Exactly. Exactly. The first time we're watching it, yeah, we're on Jin's side. She is the main character of this movie. Right? But after Andor...
Anybody else?
All you idiots, shut up! I mean, this dude has a kid that he doesn't even know about, that he will never see again, that he'll never see. Vader's castle. This is why this movie is the peak. The balance of A New Hope with the gritty... I'm just repeating myself, but come on! People may say Andor is the best written stuff, and it is. It's amazing. But the fact of the matter is, as much as you love the gritty, realistic Star Wars, he's Star Wars too. How much more lame Krennic looks here, surrounded by lava. The shadow of Vader. It reminds us of that first Phantom Menace poster, but it's also just how diminutive Krennic is in the face of this monster.
No, just press the time.
So this is the same idiot who just a couple days ago stuck his finger on Dedra's head, like, ooh, threatening.
Many people has not compromised this weapon in any.
Finger pointing. Very New Hope Vader movements.
Still in speak to the Emperor about.
Force joke. Oh, I love it.
Be careful not to choke on your aspirations, Director.
I don't care if you think it's cringy. I love it. A dad joke for Anakin Skywalker. Darth father, as anyone who thinks they're smart, like thinks that was on purpose. Oh, shut up. I don't know how you became a leader of the rebellion when you're like, oh, just surrender now. The Donna has done a lot more than any of you.
We need to act now.
Thank you.
To lure our forces into a final battle to destroy us once and for all.
Oh, go fuck off.
Based on the testimony of a criminal. The dying
You're all criminals!
An imperial scientist.
But don't forget the imperial.
The testimony of a You're all criminals! You don't make the laws, the Empire does!
So you've told us.
What chance do we have?
When has the fucking rebellion been about what chance you had?
The time to fight is now. Yes. Every moment you waste is another.
Gotta love how the background characters, the people on the front lines, they're like, yes, let's fight. It's the leadership who knows too much to want to risk anything.
You're asking us to invade an Imperial installation based on nothing but hope.
Rebellions are built on hope.
Rebellions are built on hope.
There is no hope.
Bitch.
I say the rebellion is finished!
Oh my god, somebody kill him and take his forces and go. Again, you gotta wonder how some of these dumbasses are in this position. Where was Hera? Like, I know the Rogue One crew goes and gets themselves blown up, but like, I refused that she wouldn't be a part of this. Well, there she is. She's walking around somewhere.
How many do we need?
What are you talking about?
Those guys over there? What's up, Melshi?
They were never gonna believe you.
They're never gonna believe you because they didn't believe him 2 days ago.
I told myself it was for a cause that I believed in.
That is true. That's what he did when he killed that random Imperial a few years back. That's what he's probably been saying to himself every single time.
I couldn't face myself if I gave up now.
Uh-huh. It's just such a good speech, especially with context. The thing I love about expanded universe and all that is the fact that you can take a moment like this and you can have context. General Syndulla, you can have context. Him speech, what he wants to do, you have context. You know what he's saying because you lived it with him.
Cassian said I had to.
Rogue?
Rogue what?
Rogue One.
Roll credits!
Rogue One?
Roll credits
There
again.
is no Rogue One.
Roll credits at that time?
There is now.
I love the designs of the Imperial ships in this one too. Like, goddamn, I'm still stuck here in this tiny little bit. I haven't had lunch yet.
I must return to Alderaan to inform
No, Bale.
There will be no peace. He served me well during the Clone Wars.
He didn't serve you to do anything.
Hiding since the Emperor's purge.
No, not really. He came to search for Leia. It's a absolute crime that we haven't seen Mon Mothma and Leia interact at this point.
Scarif.
Imperial Security Complex. I don't think I've been ignoring all the place names this whole time.
There's a planet-wide defensive shield with a single main entry.
Planet-wide defensive shield. The Empire should really use that more often.
And if they have?
They're all for it.
And we're all annihilated in the cold, dark vacuum of space.
With that happy thought, don't forget to hydrate, folks.
I can survive in space.
Scarif is an amazing location. So many locations in Star Wars are like land-based, which is cool and all, but like this entire beachfront, artificial beach place and this tower.
I guess it takes a lot of signal to send those data files out.
She'll need, because you're never getting off this planet. I want to see an interview with the Melshi actor. Like, you were a background character, right? In this movie, and it's like, hey, you're coming back. We're giving you more of a role. What? You, out of all these other, so many people here, could have had that opportunity. But you were given it, because you had 2 seconds more screen time than the rest of them. That guy could have shown up instead of you.
And the next. On and on until we win.
Or until you die. Imagine if they had chosen Poe instead of Melshi.
You're our only way out of here.
Yeah, escape. Keep thinking you have that option. I love the consistency between the smaller cargo ships and then the even larger ones. Even this calls back to his very first role on Aldhani, right? It's like when he's telling Luthen, oh yeah, I stole this warp path. If you put the costume on and you walk in like you're supposed to be there, they won't even bat an eye. They don't expect you to be there, you won't be. And what is his last mission? His last mission is exactly that.
I've got a bad feeling about it.
You're not allowed to finish your sentence because you're doomed. You're not allowed to say you have a bad feeling about something because, well, you're actually gonna die. Interesting, this whole, like, rail system. Oh, that's why these stupid elevator things were in the Jedi games. I've never made the connection before. There was one map, I can't remember what planet it was on, in the Jedi games, which had these elevators, and it was so confusing. It's so easy to get lost and get up in a wrong elevator and you didn't know where you were.
Well, I'm sure
this costume of Jin's, they overused the shit out of it in marketing, right? That one shot of her that's not even in the movie, with her with the helmet off. Like, that gives a whole different vibe to the movie than is actually in it. Speaking of which, this helmet is dumb. It looks stupid. I have no shame about saying that. As well as, I didn't say it earlier, but the Death Star gunner, like, full helmets that are like weird ass little, no, it looks stupid. Okay, never mind. I forgot Melshi was this much of a leader, but still, my point stands. Random stormtrooper talk. Y'all don't have a stun button? It'd be easier to stun these guys than punch them. Oh, it's so much like a video game. Like, sees his other guy getting, like, punched out. What the hell is going on over there? It's so brutal looking, right? Him hijacking into the back of the other droid's head.
The route to the data vault places only 89 stormtroopers in our path.
Only 89?
No more than 30.
That's fine.
Of the way before we are killed.
And like you don't understand how much they have spread all over until you see the explosion. It's like, damn, they've covered a wide area. I love that. It's like everyone's like shocked. Like, the fuck? did that just explode? What the hell happened? And he's like, do something! Wish you would put some bombs on the entrance.
I need to speak with Admiral Radis.
He's returned to his ship. He's going to fight.
Love Radis. It's like, ah, shit, F you all. He's this, like, of the same mind of these guys. It's like, F you all, I'm gonna do myself. What's up, C-3PO, R2? Well, it's because your mind gets getting wiped, C-3PO, so you think no one's telling you anything. And R2-D2 is just like, he's the war hero who remembers everything through all the years, and he just squeak, 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 squeak. You know, at one point, it was required for at least one of those two to appear and everything. And we've kind of moved past that at this point. Oh, man, just this... The AT-AT looming out of the smoke. And we get to see their size and their power from the ground. Hey, I forgot they even said Carabast. But like, you get to see their power from the ground. In the Empire Strikes Back, we get to see them, and they're cool and all, but since they're miniatures, we get to see them from like an upper angle.
This is Gold Leader, standing by.
This is Gold Reader, reused audio, standing by. End video.
Lock down the base. Lock it down.
You didn't do it already? Lock it down. They're already attacking. Why wasn't it already locked? And... Bye. One of those two is how Luke got Red 5, right? I can't remember the exact details.
They've closed the shield gate.
What does that mean?
We can't fly it out of here.
We're trapped.
They'll never get through.
Unless we take down the shield.
You'll need this.
I mean, thank you, Jin, but the last gun I had was a lot more appropriate for my size.
Your behavior, Jin.
Idiot. Just the animal-like nature, like, yo, what the fuck did you just do? That's where you're supposed to shoot. I'm so glad that the Boar Gullet didn't mess up your head. I keep saying I love it, but the fact that he's got a full dome to sit in. He's got a whole fishbowl to sit in, and you get to look directly down at the battlefield, rather than like a map or something. Space Battle 2, absolutely. The best space battle in all of Star Wars movies. A lot of files.
What am I supposed to do with this?
They're just simple joysticks. Kind of. They're weirdly complicated, overly sensitive joysticks, but yes. And the fact that they mixed in older footage from A New Hope to help bring those characters back instead of just digital recreation. The connectivity is so much cooler. Stop shooting the shield like that's gonna do anything. Exactly.
How much more can that thing take?
More than you can give it.
Stick close, Red 5. Where are you going?
Oh, you're gonna go down.
I need help.
No thanks. Bye. Get out of the way. The real Red 5 is coming. Can you not lock the doors? Oh man, the frustration when that happens, right? It happens with my garden hose all the time.
War mantle.
War mantle. Oh, that's the clone one, right? Changing from clones to stormtroopers. You not lock the door already. Hi, K2.
Goodbye.
I know how I said earlier, right? The first two signs that everyone in this movie was gonna die, but this told me for sure. Right? Because the other two, like, okay, they're fatherly characters, they're tragedy, their backstory, but then K2 died, and I'm like, Star Wars killed the droid, the funny comedy, smart-ass droid. The shock began to sit in, like, they're gonna kill everyone. I knew they were gonna kill everyone. That didn't change the shock as everyone kept going down. See, just imagine if you all had starship lightsabers like luthen. How immensely useful that would be. Yeah, I'd die here. That, even if I couldn't make it, there's no way I'm holding on the other side. I could climb this, but there's no way I could make that jump. I'd slip and fall and bye-bye. And it's literally a switch. Ah, sorry, you need to say the Force is with you. Don't say you've got it until you've actually pulled it out. Ugh! Like that. Looking like a giant old-fashioned drive. Because you know Star Wars is so old-fashioned. But it's also really funny that they take this giant drive, they transmit it wirelessly, and then Leia has it in what? This? You may be superior looking, but you still stormtroopers. See, I died there too. Ah, see, death fake out. It's like, oh no, Cassian's dead, only to kill him later. And the fact is that he says those last words, "You will always find me." But then he's still gonna die. For his friend. He says the mantra, and he goes out like a badass. And I love the fact that he looks down. We can hear you. You can see them. Just a cavalcade of how will they die at this point. Because there can't be enough complications. Here's a big spiky thing that just opens and closes. You know what I said about dying? Yeah. No, I can't do that. I talked about context, right? Knowing the context adds so much in Star Wars. I know the context of this thing. Leia gave this ship and 2 others to the rebellion. The Phoenix crew had to steal them. But now it's here, pulling off the maneuver that saves the day. One of the many maneuvers that save the day. There was another false marketing shot, right? She's up here and there was like a TIE fighter staring her down. One thing after another, everyone's dying. It's like, the damn thing isn't pointing the right way. And because it has to be hard, you gotta walk all the way over there. Why not put the controls right next to you? Why not let's put the controls all the way over there on the edge of a massive, like, at least there's railings. This wild. One Hammerhead Corvette. This ancient ship, right? Hammerhead Corvette is an olden day ship, an old Republic ship. And it just pushes one Star Destroyer into the other, cuts it out. Look at that. Oh, fucking amazing. This one thing is what cements the Scarif battle is one of the best space fights in all of Star Wars.
Who are you?
You know.
You know who I am.
Oh, I forgot that you said that too.
You've lost.
Third time's a charm.
Revenge.
Die with the rebellion.
Sure. That was your little speech there, bud. Hi, Cassian. And just a quiet theme at this point. The action is over. What happens now is inevitable.
Leave it. Leave it.
I mean, you could just... I'm gonna be honest, I'd have kicked him off. Maybe he's dead, maybe he's a corpse. I don't care. I'd shove him off the edge. Oh, just the Death Star, like, over the... Oh. I would have liked to see the Death Star actually, like, whoop, in all its size, but obviously we didn't get that. Right? But just, it's coming over the horizon. You know, I had the faintest bit of hope. Look, the good music's playing. These two could escape, right? Ah, yeah. This is a bit better. I mean, she wouldn't have known this was gonna happen, but it looks a bit better. Rejoice, Krennic. You get to feel the power of your creation firsthand. Just to, like, give them more time. They don't hit Scarif directly. They hit over near Scarif. Hey, look, Cassian. You found your sister. In a way. Oh, they didn't kiss. I don't know why I thought they kissed. They just hung. This was wrong a few episodes back. Bye, Cassian. Bye, Jin, too, but, like, bye, Cassian. After all the journey we've been with you. Goodbye. Here it is. My favorite scenes. My favorite Vader scene in all of live action Star Wars? Well, I mean, Obi-Wan is a thing. But besides that, he's breathing. The lightsaber. Ah. This made me light up in glee. The original trilogy did not do Vader's reputation justice. To a modern kid like me, his slow, jerky movements were never cool enough. And then this. The fear, the power, the inevitability. And that too, I could have never expected this. Not only would we get the plans, we would end off right where we began. Just him standing off, staring at them, looking into space. Right here on this ship, where it all began all those years ago. First of all, digital carry fish are cool. I think I've mentioned what I said already with Tarkin, but it's also disappointing that we haven't gotten to see young Leia again in the time period. We have so much stuff happening, and we've gotten to see Luke a couple times, but they haven't even breathed on Leia, and I think that's just a shame. It's like, recast her if you need to, but like, I'm more interested in seeing Leia in this time period than I really am in seeing Luke again. But that's it. That's the end of the movie. And that was Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Like I said, I've seen it before, but coming back to this after Andor is a really fresh new experience. I have not watched this since before the first season of Andor. I think I rewatched this in preparation for Andor Season 1 to remind myself who the hell Cassian was, and then I haven't seen it since. So to come back here now, after amazing 24 episodes with Cassian, it has a whole new layer to the movie. I've said it multiple times in the reaction, I'm just repeating myself, but context. Having that context, knowing about the world I'm watching in such a deep way, makes me enjoy it so much more. Knowing who Cassian was, yeah, sure, it's a little bit weird, but he earns getting Diego Luna's face moved to the center of the poster on Disney Plus, because it's just so cool. On the other hand, it also feels a little sad, lackluster. I feel like that sounds too negative, but we've just watched 24 episodes with Cassian Andor as our main character. And ostensibly, Rogue One is the finale to his story. But the finale of his story is in someone else's story. Cassian Andor is not the main character of Rogue One. If this was done in order, 24 episodes of Andor, and then Rogue One, Cassian Andor would have been the main character. There's no doubt about it at all. But this isn't how this all worked out backwards. So in this, what is his final story, he is a side character for Jyn Erso. And we get to only see him through that lens, which misses out a little bit of depths and a little bit of his feeling. And I guess it wasn't written in that deep in the first place when this was written out. That's fine. We just slightly get to miss that. It is still such a different feeling watching him die on that beach. Hugging her, not kissing her, like, I don't know why. Like I said, I watched this so many times already, and I was like, I don't know why I thought they kissed. Right? But even then, even if I was wrong about them kissing, I thought that there was a spark between them. I thought when I was watching the movie, maybe they could get together. Maybe they were the couple that would be the one to survive. Then in the end, they just had a hug, because this is the last human contact they'll have before they die. And Cassian dies without knowing that he has Bix is out there and she has his child. He sat down and said to so many people, I'll think about the future. Maybe once this is all done, I can think about that. Maybe once this is all done. Maybe once this is all over with. But every time he says that, we knew he will never get to that point. He helps the beginning of the end, but he never gets to experience life after. That makes this movie so much more sad all over again. Having watched it so many times, obviously a lot of the initial shock and sadness from my first watch through, it's gone. It's not as hurtful. But to come back here with what I know of this guy, that it brings back some of that loss again. Because it's just, here's my friend. Like, this is a guy, when I first saw it, this is a guy I just met dying. It's no sadder, really, than anyone else who's died to this point. But now, this is a guy I know. This is a guy I've seen. I've seen his childhood. I've seen him grow up. I've seen him lose people. I've seen him fight. And to see him die is just, it hurts. I could keep rambling, but I think I got my point across, and most people don't get to this point anyway. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reaction. How do you feel watching Rogue One after Andor? How does that change your perspective of the movie? I hope you enjoyed my reaction. I hope you enjoyed my thoughts. Again, thank you so much for coming throughout my entire Andor journey with me. I really do appreciate you. Over here is whatever YouTube decides to show you. Over here is a playlist of my videos. And on my face is the subscribe button. Like, comment, subscribe, criticize even. I don't mind. See ya.